All right, hi guys. I wanted to tell you today a little bit about a consignment sale called JBF, or Just Between Friends. I learned about this sale about 2 years ago, and I've loved it. It has saved me so much money on buying my kids back to school stuff, or any season. What it is it's a consignment boutique, I guess. I don't really know. And they do like pop-up locations, so it happens 1 to 4 times a year, usually in your area. My area has 2 main locations that does it, so they do 2 in the fall and 2 in the like early spring, like February, March timeframe. And you just enter your stuff on the computer, print out tags, price it, and then you take it. It is for children's clothing and like baby supplies, toys, books, games, anything child or raising a child related pretty much, and maternity clothing. Nothing, you can't take a pair of jeans out of your closet, but if it is child or do with raising a child, you can take it. So there's a fee to do it. They charge you, and it's $10, but they take that out of your check. So when you go to consign things, you enter it on the computer, and then you get paid 65% of everything you sell. So easy math here. If you price a jacket for $10 and it sells, you get $6.50 out of it, and then they make the $3.50. If you volunteer, you get 70%. So easy math again. If you sell something that's $10, you will get $7 out of it. You do not have to volunteer, but if you want to, you can. And then the sale is open to the public. And the first day the sale is open, consigners at like 20 hours of volunteer time can shop first, and then 15 hours, and 10, and then 5, and then if you are a consigner, you get a shot before the general public. So you still get to be ahead of everyone else. So if you can volunteer, I would truly recommend it. It's an awesome opportunity. I have yet to be able to. My husband usually seems to be gone during every sale, so I never get to do it. So one of the first things you've got to do for this sale is go through your kids' clothing. The only catch to it, and I don't know if this is at all JBF sales because each one kind of has different rules. Our JBF, where I am in Oklahoma, they only accept in the fall sale is winter long sleeve clothing, jeans, jackets, things to that nature. And then in the early spring one, February, March timeframe, they will accept shorts and tank tops and t-shirts and all of that stuff. But so you got to do it by season, which is fine. And then about a month before the sale starts, I grab everything that I know won't fit him, that was already getting too small at the end of the season. And then I take everything that I thought would fit him or his bigger sizes, and I pull that down and I go through it all. I double check. I make him try on jeans if I'm not sure, or pants. I'll make him try on shirts. So we kind of do just a try on. My kids sometimes love it, sometimes hate it. And I can kind of eyeball it. After I try on the first couple items, I can kind of go from there and like, okay, I know this probably won't fit, or this is going to fit like this. And I mean, it's a little early. Like this sells winter, so if anything was really close to being iffy if it's going to fit, I just went ahead and sold it. Because I would probably have to buy a new mid-season. And I use the money I make from JBF to buy my kids their clothing. The nice thing about it is, like I said, you get 65% of what you sell. So on average, I make between $500 and $700 is what I've made. My highest check was like $789, and my lowest was like $190. But the check I only made $190 on, I literally took like 40 items. I took one like small tote of stuff. I just didn't have a lot, and my kids didn't grow much from last summer to this summer. they grew during the summer. So now my kids are like everything that was summer-wise starting to get small, but so next year I'll have a huge load to take and be able to buy a whole bunch more. So I go through all my kids' clothes about a month out from the sale. And after I go through their clothes, then I look in detail, because you cannot take anything that's stained. They don't like things that are within 5 years of being, or 5 years old. Shoes, you have to be extremely careful on. They do inspect your clothing when you take it. So you can't really like sneak something in, because they want it all to be good. They don't want their customers to come there and everything's all stained and everything's ripped and everything's junky, because then nobody's gonna buy it and people aren't gonna come to the next sale. And so then you take your stuff there and no one's gonna come to buy it. So after I go through all their clothing, I then go to the computer and start pricing it. So I will insert that footage here. Okay guys, one of the first steps for registering to do an event is you need to go to www.jbfsell.com, which I will link below. And on there you can look and see, on their homepage, you will see find your local events. And you can just click on that link and put in a zip code. So I am not going to use mine. I'm just going to use one I know of. And so here we go. So they have 2 locations that are going to be doing sales in fall near that location of the zip I put in. Again, that is not mine. I do not live anywhere near Indiana or Michigan or Illinois. I live in Oklahoma. So on here you can see October 27th through the 29th. They're going to be doing one, in October 6th through 8th. Another location is going to be doing one. Again, it seems like they do them kind of in bigger cities, maybe. I'm not sure. I had never even heard of this event until I moved to Oklahoma, and I found out about it just surfing the local yard sale pages. So once you do that, you can click on the location you want to go to. And so I'm just going to pick this one. Okay, so when you get to their page, you can see that it says fall sale event coming soon, dates to be determined. But on there, you can kind of scroll through and see your guys' events, the timelines, what they want. Every JBF sale can have different rules. I have heard some only allow metal hangers, some only allow plastic. Some of them want it pinned a certain way. I'm going to show you how our sale likes it. I've seen multiple places the same, so I think it's pretty close to the same through all locations. But just make sure you look on here, and right here you can see it has event details, consignor details, vendor sponsors, and giving back. So it has all the info, and you can click here to learn how to consign. It gives the contact info for the main lady in charge. It's an awesome event. So you need to go and do that. And also you can take your stuff to whatever event. The JBF site works for all, where you enter your tags, which I will show you in just a minute. So if you are new to starting a JBF account, you will just hit the login button, and then you will see a new to JBF. Sign up here, and you can go on there and input all your information and sign up to start getting ready to tag. Okay, and once you are done creating your account and you get into your system, you will see up here, it will say hello and your name, and under all of that there's a little thing that says tagging, and then you just want to click on that. Alright guys, after you create an account and log in, you will come to a page where you can search the so many events within so many miles of you. And then when you do that, you will see that different things will come up. And so here's one for September 16th through 18th. And then if you follow it all the way over, you can find out event details. That means exactly where it is, times, pickup times, drop-off times, and sign up. So you can go over to the sign up, click on it, and right here you can see it will say, how would you like to participate? Do you just want to be a shopper? And you don't have to register if you just want to shop. You can just show up, but this is an option. Consigner and volunteer. So you just click if you want to consign, and then it will come up with, have you ever consigned at JBF before? Have you ever been to this location? So you just answer the questions, and then you can answer these. You don't have to. And then you have to agree with the terms and conditions. Then after you do all that, you're going to want to start tagging your things. And you can enter the tags, and they will be good for the entire, you can tag your things and they will be good for a long time. As you can see here, I have already tagged 94 items. And so I have 4 pages worth of tags so far. Once I put them in, they are good and will stay in the system for 2 years. So when you go and pick up your stuff that didn't sell at this sale and take it to the next sale, you don't have to re-enter it or re-tag it if you just want to store it and keep everything on there. It will still be in the system, I believe, for up to 2 years. To create the tags, you will go up to this thing that says either basic entry or rapid entry. I always just do basic entry. And it will take you to a page. And so here is where you enter the item you want to sell. So right here it's category. So you can go through and look, and not focusing very well. So over here you can go look and pick a category. Here is accessories for girls, and under that tag you don't need a size. So if it was clothing, you'd pick the size of the clothing. And description, you could just put head band lot. Little things I always do in big groups. So if you go, like, I went through her headbands, so she has probably about 8 she just don't wear anymore or don't match with what she likes anymore. So I'm going to sell those. And then over here you enter the price. I'm going to put 3. It has to be an even increment. So when they do the half price sale, if you decide to go half price, which you do not have to, you can leave everything full price, then it's easier to divide for just simple math. So it has to be like $3 or $3.50 or $4. Those are the options. Then over here you can see it says reduce, donate, and then the quality. The reduce, if you hit that, once they do half price, like my one sale, both sales I do are usually a week long. Some places only do like a 3-day sale. My sales I do in my town are a week long. So the first like 3 days are full price. The 4th day, halfway through the day, it goes 25% off if you choose to. And then the 5th day is usually the 50% off sale. So again, you do not have to do the half price sale. It's all up to you and what you choose. Most of my items, I don't do half price. If it's an item that I've tried selling at a few sales and it still hasn't sold, I will sometimes go back in and re-enter a tag and reprint it and reduce it. But 99% of my items sell at the sale. I'll usually take about between 100 and 200 items to every sale. And I usually only have to pick up maybe 30 items. Most cells, I've only picked up twice. Most cells, I have so little left that I don't even go and pick up and it gets donated. So it's just whatever works for you. And then you can hit donate. If you know you don't want to come back and pick up, so they don't have to sort your item, you can just hit the donate tab. And so when they go to sort your stuff for pickup, they can just take it and toss it in the donate pile. So a super, super simple way to tag. It's an awesome system. It works great. And after you do all that and enter all your tags, you will go down here and hit the save button. The next step you would want to do is go to print tags, and I do PDF, 9 tags per page. And this is where it gets tricky. You have to make sure your page is set up to portrait and the page size should be actual size. And then they have a little link thing you can click and you can see the correct settings and how to set up your printer for it. So then you will just hit print and wait for it to open down here. Okay, so this is how it will come up on your screen, and you will see the pages to print. Then just go to file, print, make sure your settings match what it says, and then you can come over and start printing. Again, the only rule is it has to be on white or cream cardstock. At least that is our cell in the Oklahoma area. Your cell might be different. Just make sure you read the consignor details, and it should tell you the rules for your area. And after I price, I end up starting to hang. And as I hang, I kind of go over all the clothing again. So I look for stains, I look for spots that I might have missed, I cut off any loose strings I see, I double check for holes, and I get everything hung. Alright guys, I am going to show you the next step in the process of getting ready for the JBF sale. So in here is all my girls' clothing that I labeled or marked into the computer, typed in my price, and went through. So then the next step is to hang them. So, alright guys, for the next step in the process that I do for JBF is I take all the clothes and hang them, and through the year I save all my hangers that I get from any clothes I buy, and if I purchase something I always ask if I can keep the hanger. Almost every store will let you. So I do that, and while I'm hanging each item, I kind of do a one more check, because the room that my computer's in, I don't get the best lighting. There's not much natural light or anything. So I do one more check, make sure there's no stains, and then I trim any loose little like strings that have came out from wash, and I just do one more check of it as I'm hanging it up. So that's my second step. Well, actually, I guess you should say third step for the process of getting ready for the JBF sale. So here are some jeans, and then once I get them hung, I just push all my clothes in my closet over, and I hang them in here. So then everything's hung in here, and I do girls on the bottom, and then I hang my sons on this top rack. And so then when I'm ready for my next step, I can just come in, sit on the floor, do it. Then about a week before the sale, I will print the tags. And then I will cut them out, because you print a sheet of 9, which I will show you. And so then I will cut them out, and then I will start tagging. Tagging is probably the worst step in this process. Okay guys, so after you print the tags, I always just kind of spread them out and start looking through them. I pick the easy ones first. Some of them I can use my my tagging gun for, and I just picked this up at Hobby Lobby for, it was $19.99 and it wasn't on sale, so you can always use 40% off of one item that's not on sale. So I got it for like $12, $13 maybe. So not a bad deal. And then it comes with a bunch of these. This is the third cell I'm using, and I still haven't used all these. So, and then they sell extras at Hobby Lobby. Then as I go through, I kind of just look, and there's no method to my madness. I don't know what I do. I usually just start going through them. I mean, you got to get it done. This is probably the most tedious process for it, because some things I can use my tag gun, and other things, if it don't have an easy location to tag at, I have to safety pin it onto the clothing, because they don't want you to poke a hole through the material of the clothing. So, on the items that are easier, like the ones that have tags, I just poke my tagging gun through the tag, and then poke it through this tag, and pull the trigger. And so that's tagged and done, and I've already went over it, and it's ready to take to the cell. And I just kind of scoot over, and as you can see, these are all the things I've already tagged. And then over here is the stuff I'm still working on for my daughter. And then I haven't touched any of my son's items. That's all his tops, and that's all his pants. So this is probably the least amount of items I'm taking to the cell this time, and I am still estimated to earn about $500. So to me, that's really good, because if I was to sell these on a yard sale site or even at a yard sale, my chances of making that much are slim to none. And just because I've done the yard sales before, and honestly, you get dwindled down to like pennies on the dollar, and also then I don't sell a lot. It seems like the yard sale here, at least, is I get more people looking for household items more than I do kids clothing. So I will put out the kids clothing that is not like name brand. I mean, I even take some Walmart stuff to sell, but for the most part, I take all my Gymboree, Carter's, Old Navy, Oshkosh, Fab Kids. I will take Target to the sale. It always sells really good. Children's Place, Mini Bowden, places like that, just bigger name brands, I guess, for kids. Don't really know how to explain it. But those seem to sell better at the sale than like the Walmart and just kind of like the cheaper stuff. Or if it's starting to show a lot of wear, like a lot of wash wear, I won't take it to the sale. It's just kind of tedious. The hanging first and tagging seems to take a little bit of the stress out of it, but it's the most annoying thing ever. But I get it done because I know if I want to buy my kids clothing for that next year, this is how I'm going to do it. This is how we can afford to live off of one income. I take extremely good care of my kids' clothes, and I resell them to buy new when they outgrow them. So then once you're done tagging, you will then pack up and take it all to the cell, Okay guys, I just wanted to show you the process I do after I get everything hung and tagged. I then lay it out on the bed, and I do it by sizes. So like my size 6s and my size 5s, and I do the same with the boys' clothing. And I just lay it out that way. When I put it into the Tupperware container, and I get to the cell, I unload my container and I take it in, and I can just grab by the handful and hang up. I don't have to store it there, and then that makes drop off take 10 minutes literally. So just makes it easy, or if you pre-sort it before you get there. Okay, here we go. So after I tag everything and sort it, I put all the girls' clothes in one container and all the boys' clothes in the other. And that way I can it's nicely folded over, so then the tags don't get ripped or bent, and the clothes stay pretty wrinkle-free. And then in here I have the shoes and books and like random things I take. Usually I take toys. I haven't had a chance with the kids just going back to school this week. I haven't had a chance to go through toys. I didn't take them this time. There's another sale in October, and so by then I'll have time to go through
everything else in more depth. But I just want to show you real quick how I do the shoes. I zip tie them together, if you can see. And then I take another zip tie and punch a hole in the card and zip tie it on the front. So then it's pretty sturdy, because the shoes, you know, they kind of get tossed around as people look through them. And that just kind of ensures that the tag stays on better. But pretty simple. So I am going to get this loaded in my car, and then I will take you guys along with me to the JBF cell to drop off my stuff for the consignment cell.
So here is the rack I use to haul my stuff into the cell. I just go inside, pull it out to my car, and unload everything onto it and pull it inside. Here is the rows and rows of clothing. And this is where you hang it. It's all separated by size. So you just find the size you are looking to hang, and you can just go ahead and start hanging it. It's a super easy process. As you can see here, I just pretty much grab and put on the rack. I'm sorry I didn't get very much footage in the cell. I just didn't want to invade anyone's privacy and record people that didn't want to be on camera or anything like that. So I just got a little bit of snippets of some of the stuff in the areas I was in. And like you can see here, they have clothes upon clothes. It's almost overwhelming. I can seriously spend hours here looking. And so over here you can see they have toys and books and just a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, my first time showing up at this cell, I honestly was like, wow. I had no idea there would be so much stuff. There's room stuff, you can find bedding, baby bedding, kids bedding. They have everything you can think of. Okay guys, the stuff has been taken to the cell. I tried to get some footage. I just kind of held up my phone and like did a run through of as much as I could. I missed the entire like baby toy and furniture and baby car seat stuff station, and I just kind of walked through a little bit of the clothing aisles to give you guys an idea of what it was like. I didn't do much. It was kind of crowded, and I was trying not to film anybody, so I hope just a little bit you got can give you an idea. Definitely look online and check out and see if you guys have a JBF or just between Finn Cell in your area. Like I said before, it is extremely worth it. I make seriously good money, and I'm able to clothe my kids for the next season. Also, on pricing, they recommend you price it 1/3 of the price that you paid for it. You do not have to. I mean, you can price it full retail if you want. Your chances of making any money probably go downhill drastically. I kind of stick to just simple pricing. I do almost all of my jeans for $5 unless it's a really expensive or really nice pair of jeans. Like my daughter last season had some really nice Gap jeans that I paid like more than I want to admit for. So I won't tell you the price. So I price them about $8, and that's the most I've ever priced a pair of jeans, and we'll see if they even sell. They're at the sale now. Hopefully I can sell them. And then tops I price from $3 to $5, depending on the brand, the quality, and kind of what kind it is. A plain just t-shirt, $3. If it is more of a dressy tunic or style dress, I will price upwards of the $5. On average, most of my shirts end up being around $3 and $4. Dresses I price at between $5 and $10, depending on again, the brand, the style, and like kind of what it is. If it's just a cheap cotton dress I got that I paid like $12.99 for, of course I'm going to do like the 5 or 4. If it is a nice dressier dress, I might even go upwards of 15. My daughter did a few, not really pageants, they're more like local, like scholarship pageant things that they do a little like pre-pageant for the little girls. And so I sold some of her dresses that were from that, which looked more flower girly. I ordered them from David's Bridal. I sold them for $20 a piece, and they sold. So it just depends on what the item is. Again, shoes, same way. Sometimes my kids, I don't take a lot of shoes. They are very picky on their shoes. That's probably the most picky thing they are. They don't want the soles being run out. If there's a bunch of markings on it, they won't take it. If there's stuff like stuck in the Velcro, if it has Velcro, they won't take it. So I only take shoes that my kids might have only worn a handful of times that they have outgrown. And I price them anywhere between $5 and $15. With that being said, the $15 shoes are usually shoes that I paid more money for. Like my son, I will buy him Jordan basketball shoes every year for basketball season, and he only wears them inside on the basketball court. And so when he outgrows them, they still look almost brand new. But I paid $50 for those. So I'll charge like $15 for them. And they usually sell at that price. I have never, ever went back and picked up tennis shoes. You can even sell toys and games. I usually price my toys nothing over like $5. Same with games. Books, I try to lump together as much as possible. So like I'll take all the level 1 readers and I will pack them all together and put $5 on them. Or most books, if I'm doing just a single book, like if it's a bigger or heavy hardcover book, I will put usually about $3 on it. I wouldn't pay more, so I don't feel right asking someone else. If you weren't selling it here, you would probably just donate, give to a friend or family member, or take to a place like Once Upon a Child. And also another thing, again, I don't know if it would be the same at your location because every location does it different, is once I sell my stuff, and my sales here are a week long, so they go from Saturday to Saturday. And on Saturday night, you can go and pick up anything that does not sell, or you can choose to donate it. And as I show you during the tagging part, you can choose to donate, half price the item, you can keep it full price the whole time. You get to choose what happens to your item. And even if you don't select donate, you can still leave it there. If you don't come and show up to pick up, they donate it. So sometimes they pick up. If I have more than probably 15 items or more to pick up, I usually pick up. Unless my items are like my high price items, then I'll go pick up. But usually if it's only like a few t-shirts and maybe a pair of jeans, I just let them donate. It's not worth my gas to go out there, pick it up, and bring it home. So it's your choice and to pick up. And then also after the sale is over, about 2 weeks after the sale is over, they will mail out your check and you'll get it in the mail, and then you just go to the bank and cash in on selling your kids' clothing that you no longer need. Like I said before, it is a great way to make a few bucks, to buy new kids' clothes. So, I mean, you can make money for great events and activities, and 65% of what you price an item for is pretty good. It's better than you're going to get at most places. It's definitely better than what I've ever gotten at a yard sale. I've never been able to sell a pair of jeans for $5 at a yard sale. I usually barely get away with selling them for $1. So you make more money doing JBF than you do any other event. And it's truly a great group of people. And there's a ton of stuff. And also, I mean, check it out. If there's a JBF going on in your area right now and you didn't get a consign, go check it out. Just walk around, shop. You can find great things at great prices. We love it. My kids usually, I would normally go on consignor night, but this year I can't since my husband's gone, because you're not allowed to bring kids on day 1 of shopping. So I will go probably one day after they get out of school, and I will let them kind of shop. Just each kid can pick out a couple items they really like. And yeah, it's awesome, especially if you need like baby gear that you're only going to possibly use a couple times or a few months. Check it out, because I mean, a lot of people get stuff at a baby shower, they don't end up using it. I don't know how many things I've seen brand spanking new there at like a fraction of the cost you would have paid new. So definitely look online, see if you can find JVF, and if there's one near you, make sure you check it out. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for you. I know I rambled a lot, and so I'm sorry for that, and I will try to do better next time. And if you have any questions, please comment below, and I will try to answer them for you. So thanks for watching.